Hello everybody, today we have a box of bulbs to go through, but these aren't just any bulbs, they're Mercury Vapor, as I'm sure you've seen by the title of the video. Picked up this milk crate of bulbs about a year and a half ago for I want to say like $30 or so for this whole crate. Not a bad deal at all. And you'll see what we have inside. I'm very excited to go through this. I went through it once when I picked it up naturally, but I haven't had a chance to get through it and do a video. So here we are today. My parents have brought it out here to Seattle, and well, it's time to dig in. So let's remove the newspaper here that's keeping them dust free. And what do we have? Well, clear mercury vapor bulbs. First one we have here, a nice Westinghouse Lifeguard. Let's see if we can get a look at the etch here. The best we can anyway. 175 watt. Set that aside. Here we have another one. Pretty much looks exactly the same, but we have considerable end blackening on the arc tube here. Definitely has a different style etch, as you can see. And it is starting to rub off, so it's kind of hard to get an accurate view of the etch here. But same style of insides, very dirty base, of course. This one right here is a beauty. This is a Sylvania girder frame bulb. This was designed to eliminate welds within the frame, which was a point of weakness in early mercury vapor bulbs. So Sylvania came up with this idea to make a one-piece frame that's all folded out of one piece here, and that eliminated the welding needed to put the frame together. Now, there is still welds naturally for the electrical connections, but the frame itself is all one piece. Very unique example here. Very nice. We have the etch here on the end. It says GTE Sylvania 175 with their giant wattage right there in the middle. H39 KB. Can't really read the rest there. 175 it looks like. What is that, 47? You have to look right at the light there. I'm trying to line it up. Hopefully that will show up a little better for you. Okay, here we have one in a box. Sylvania 100 watt. There we go. That's a unique shape. I have a whole bunch of these 100 watt mercury vapor bulbs in the ED shape, but this is a BT shaped bulb. See the arc tube in there. Deluxe white coating. Very cool. I believe their high pressure sodium bulbs came in a very similar style enclosure for a while. I think it may have been a little bit different, but yeah, there's the etch. And the very nice base in the box here. Go ahead and put it back in there. Set that aside. It says $1 on it, but I got the whole thing for a set price. Okay, we'll keep moving away the paper here. Here we have a white coated, looks to be a Westinghouse. Let's see here. Yes, it does look to be a Westinghouse. What if I angle this way? Will it be easier to read? Not necessarily. And I'm too worried about cleaning the tops of these bulbs because you could rub off the etch. But it looks like we have a very thin Westinghouse logo here, as you can see. 39 Lifeguard. Yeah, it's very hard to see. There's ARD from the Lifeguard name. It looks like DX, so Deluxe White. What is that? Westinghouse. Must be the W right there in the middle. Very hard to read. USA. And it looks like the arc tube definitely has some use on it for sure, but it's not totally done. I mean, it's somewhat blackened, but again, not totally all gone. I'm sure we still have a little bit of life in this one. Now this one is cool. I don't know. I never noticed that there's anything written on the bottom here. It says EFF. What is that? TIVF? Or an E maybe, and it got rubbed off. I'm not sure. But this as far as I understand, it is a very early example of a 250 watt mercury vapor bulb. And the etch is so hard to see on this. I'm going to try breathing on it. Ah, there you go. You can see it. See how you just give it some breathing, and there's the etch. Westinghouse 250 watt CH5 USA. Very cool. Let me do it again. So you can see it again. Very cool. Got some dots there on the Westinghouse logo. So that's probably its date code, I'm sure. What a cool bulb. Now, there is one unfortunate thing with this bulb, and I don't think we will ever be able to turn it on. If you look at the end seal here of the bulb, you might see a crack right there at the tip of my finger. See that little reflection of light? Yeah, unfortunately, that looks like it's a crack. And I'm too worried, you can kind of see it make its way down here, that if this got started up, this arc tube would be no more. So I don't think we'll ever be able to turn this on without the risk of ruining it. It is such a early example, at least by the design here. Very cool. See the electrode down there? And in the other side, a very beautiful, beautiful bulb. Okay, we'll set that aside. And let's go ahead and see what else we have underneath here. We got another Sylvania, it appears here. 175 watt mercury vapor, I'm sure. Yep, a 175 watt. Looks like a 72. Sylvania. It doesn't say GTE on it, just Sylvania. But definitely a very heavily used arc tube on this one. Not bad at all. This one does not have that girder frame. I'm sure this came afterwards when the welds were a little bit more reliable. And probably another Westinghouse here. Indeed it is. Westinghouse, you can see there. Looks like we have a dash under the O. And S, maybe? It's kind of hard to see. There's the Westinghouse logo. H39. What do we have on the other side here? It's kind of hard to read. KC. Oh, C. Okay. So since it's a C, that's what? Color corrected, I believe. You don't see that too often. That's pretty cool. Lifeguard. And let's see here. It says 175 watt. What was that? Standard white mercury. Is that what the C stood for? I don't know. I thought C was some type of color corrected. But down here it says standard white mercury. Very interesting. We'll definitely have to turn this one on in a future video. These will all get videos here in the future. Arc tube definitely has a lot of use on it, but not too bad. I'm sure we can still get it to turn on. You can see here it's a little more white on this end than anything else. Not bad at all. We'll set that down here. I gotta put them somewhere and hopefully they don't roll off of the the workbench. That wouldn't be too good. Oh, we got another layer. We'll start over here. So this looks like a Philips bulb, 175 watt, I'm sure. Obviously, after the lifeguard electrodes were eliminated, this is a much newer bulb as we have much smaller electrodes here. Oh, indeed, we do have an etch on here. 175 watt. Yep, mercury vapor, of course. Very interesting. Let's see, we have 6E down here on the stem press. Or is that a B? 6B. 6B, not an E. There's a B on the other side. But yeah, definitely does not have the lifeguard electrodes. But definitely still has a lot of life. I mean, that's a very clean arc tube for sure. We have to use that somewhere. Ooh, here we have another girder frame. Sylvania. Oh, this one has a little bit more. Oh, they're both about the same use in the arc tube realm. Yeah, they both about have the same use. This one has a little bit more white to it. This one's a little more clear. Very cool, though, to have two of these. Oh, this etch is much more clear. GTE Sylvania 175. What does that say? 67, something 7. It's hard to read. 57? I'm not sure. And then, of course, that's order code there at the bottom. Very cool. Another girder frame bulb here. Love that a lot. Oh, that's so cool. And we have another, ooh, a clear bander. Okay, I know I've looked through these before, but I guess I don't remember this. Okay, definitely a Sylvania, being a clear bander. Yeah, it just says Sylvania 175. And let's see here, just DX Deluxe White. Yeah, clear bander. Oh, that's cool. I guess I didn't realize that this was in here. Definitely has some use on the arc tube, but it definitely seems to be a white, not necessarily black all the way. Oh, that's a cool one. Definitely gonna have this in a video. Can't wait. Oh, clear bander. Okay, here we have another Westinghouse Lifeguard by the design here. I'm sure that's what it is. And it's kind of hard to read, so let's give it the old breath treatment. And that did not work for this one. So it could be totally gone, or the etch is not that kind where that makes a difference. But definitely looks like a Westinghouse Lifeguard. Definitely has some use on it. Too bad I can't really see anything at all. Oh. You can see Sting. Oh, okay, we're getting somewhere. I see something. Westinghouse. There's the W there in the middle. Oh, it's super hard to read. I don't know if you can pick it up on camera at all. Oh, at all. No, this is super hard to read. It's like a 0 next to the Westinghouse. H39, I can make that out. Oh, it's really hard to read. Okay, let's set that one aside. And we got some more newspaper here to remove. And it looks like this is our last layer. So let's see what we got. Okay, definitely another Westinghouse Lifeguard, it looks like. Another version of the holder for the electrode inside, all one wire piece. And let's see here. You can't really see the logo again, but I can read 175 watt and USA there at the bottom. This is probably the stacked etch, is my guess. Yeah, breathing on it doesn't work like the original oldie there. Very clean bulb. As you can see, a very nice, look at the size of those electrodes. Let's talk about quality. My goodness. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, a clear top. I think we already looked at a couple of these. Yep, Westinghouse again, I'm sure. Oh, indeed it is. Okay, let's see. Oh, how are we going to read this? Well, 175 Westinghouse. Again with the C at the end. Again with the C. You can see it there, right after the slash, there's a C. And we have, yeah, again, it says 175 watt standard. Ooh, it's so hard to read for you. Standard white Mercury. That must have been what C meant. USA, Lifeguard, I can read all that. H39, I cannot get the numbers next to the... Oh, there's something here at the top. I don't know, again, maybe you can see it there, something 8. 88 maybe, with a line underneath it. There's the inside. The arc tube definitely has some life on it still, but definitely has some use as well. Very cool. Okay, and here's another Lifeguard. Oh, this one you can actually see the etch. Wonderful. Well, at least a little bit of it. We can see a 3, an R, and a 2 next to the Westinghouse logo there. Again, hard to make out, but it is there. H39, KB 175, Lifeguard, 175 watt Mercury USA. That's what we got on there. Again, a very nice clean arc tube here. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, and last but not least, it appears we have a GE here. The only GE in the mix, I do believe. Ooh, boy, that has a black arc tube in there. This thing has definitely had some use. Wow. That is dark in there. I wonder if we'll be able to turn it on sometime. But GE 175, looks like we have a 6 with a line underneath it. And a 0 here on the other side. Mercury and Let's see here. H175DX39-22 USA. And there we go. And in fact, that's the only ED bulb in this whole stash. I don't see any others, and that's the bottom of the milk crate from Gary, Indiana. So let's go ahead and do a little recap here. We got our GE, our Westinghouses. Go ahead and set them back in here. Let's see, that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 bulbs here, it looks like. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Let's go ahead and set these back in here as a little recap. Oh, this is pretty cool. We got some pretty cool ones in here. The C, which it says standard white, but I always thought it was color corrected or something. The clear top. Oh, that's pretty cool. I have some new in package that I think I made a video on a long time ago, but I never turned them on. I don't know why I didn't do that, to be honest, but we'll finally get to see one turning on with this beauty right here. What are we getting here? Okay. And our girder frame. And our another Sylvania here. Let's grab another piece of newspaper. And we have our very early Westinghouse. Some of our deluxe white coated bulbs. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Okay, and then we had some more stuff going on here for the very top. Beautiful bulbs. In fact, if you have watched my video on the on the GE M250R, you would have already seen one of these in use. In fact, this is not the one. The second one I already buried. That's the one that was in it. But I had one of these in that fixture. And, indeed, I had one of these in a Westinghouse NEMA head video that I did recently as well. So if you want to see a little peek at these turning on, go check those videos out. But for now, that is our little dig into the box of Mercury Vapor Milk Crate Madness. Beautiful bulbs. Can't wait to make videos of them for you and get them up on the interwebs. I really do hope you enjoyed this particular video, and also please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. And thank you very much for watching.